Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to reviewing the Pokemon franchise. And now, finally getting to moving on to entering the black and white ones, or the Unova region. And it is Pokemon, the movie, Black and White, which, now the thing is, it's been told by two different versions. Because there's one, because if you go to the first one, it's a 2 disc, because it shows 2 different movies. Well, almost the same movies because except for different changes. And I'll get to that part though. But now they're entering the Unova region. You get Pokemon Black and White, and saying that I do like the movie, but I would say it's not one of my favorites. This one, I would say, it's not one of my favorites. I watched the movie, and I would say some of the previous ones I say is better, but still, but it's still watchable for me, and I still like the movie. Um, but it is like about 90 some minutes, and probably about 95, I would say, and it's decently well paced, and it still got positive ratings on it. It has I think it was like a 5.9 or a 6 point something on IMDb, and has I think a 60% of Rotten Tomatoes. So, and also made about 57 million in the Japanese box office. So it still performed good enough. So, but getting to it, it's two different. It's a different version. Like I said, for each disc, here's the shows. One for black and one for white. And it's like this almost the same movie, except they made the little bit of changes. Like, especially with the 2 legendary Pokemon, Zekrom and Reshiram. Like, okay, if you want to watch this one first, it opens up with a guy by the name of Damon. Like, he wants to bring his people that from the place of the kingdom of Vale. And this one takes place. It's in the snow, and there's some native people, and there's this thing that happens where this big huge of ice comes towards them, and the guy Damon summons the Pokemon Zekrom to stop the big block of ice, and then it opens up. It opens up with always the tiles, and then with Ash, and this time the Unova region is traveling with Isis, who wants to become a Dragon Master with her partner Axew, and you have Silent, who was, if you watched the show, was one of the gym 3 of the Gym Leader brothers with his Pokemon Pansage, those like same type of Pokemon that are like red, green, and blue. So he goes along with them. He's a Pokemon connoisseur, and replaces Brock, with all the with the cooking stuff, as they're traveling, they get to this place of where the village is called. I forget what the village is called, but it's the place where it's go for the sword of Vale, where it's this castle. It's like a shape of a sword. And as they're traveling, they see a pair of deerling that's in trouble, and Ash is trying to help them. As he starts to slide down the cliff, you have this Pokemon by the name of Victini. Well, it's like a magic. It's called the Victory Pokemon. It has this powers to give humans and Pokemon extra, special strength. And Ash is about to go off the cliff with the deerling, and Victini gives him some powers, and may give him like an energy boost. Gives him like this one big jump to one other part of the ledge, to another part of the canyon. And as they're walking, the Pikachu and the Deerling as they're walking through the tunnels, and Victini's following them. The he has I guess has with, I guess with Vic, either with Victini or as one of the legendary Pokemon, shows him the way out. And as they get back to the which is another passage to the from the castle of the Sword Vale, and they meet Damon to show them to the village, and they also have this battle competition that's going on. And as this competition goes on, you have the theme from the show Black and White playing. It's not always black and white, but your heart always knows what's right. It's not about win or lose, it's the path you choose. Let the journey begins, Pokemon. Yeah, and Isis loses because Emolga switches out Pokemon, which they said there was no substitutions for. An Excadrill comes out, she gets disqualified. Silent gets beaten. Of course, Ash wins. There's one part where he summons his Tepig and get beaten by this one of the final stage of the evolved form of Oshawott, and also his other Pokemon Scraggy is watching as well. But Tepig is getting beaten. Then Victini sneaks up and gives Tepig an energy boost and able to beat was it Semlot? I forget what the name was. This the final stage evolved form of Oshawott. Beats it, and they who was the because they meet these two other girls, like I forget what the character's name was, a mother and daughter, and the mother tells about the story of Victini, how gives Pokemon people powers, and as one part where I forget what the girl's name is, but she sees because Scraggy was another battle going on, and Ash gets Scraggy to battle, and he bounces into the flies in the trees, and the girl sees Victini give Scraggy a power boost, and is able to beat her High Dragon. And they want to see Victini, and it comes out. Is a little bit scared and afraid, but likes to eat this stuff that Silent makes. Likes eating the stuff. And yeah, this is the part. So like having some fun. And then also one point where Ashley's like carrying, is like holding Victini's hand, but it gets hit by this barrier, which is protected like this the pillars of protection that Victini can't cross beyond, and he gets so scared he runs away. And then they meet Damon, which is her the two girls are his mother and sister, and they go, and also with this other guy who I guess is like the mayor, I think. They see that that he wants to they want to apologize to Ash wants to say sorry. Oh, I'm sorry for scaring you, and one part falls in the water, but he's fine with it. He starts playing with Victini again. Team Rocket once again. This one I would say they could have just left out, because you see them one part. They say they want to capture Victini, but they don't. And they appear like a little scenes later on though. Once again, I think it's another one that they could just been left out of. But that's just me though. But then Damon tells him this whole legendary story that the mayor does, that it gives him this book that that Victini's been here for over 1,000 years, and she explains that the king, what needs Victini's powers to because there's two princes. They both had the legendary. Each one had a legendary Pokemon of the dragon. One's like Vikram and Reshiram, and they were fighting each other, became enemies. And one thing lets to know there was this dragon forest that's been unleashed, and the king needed Victini's powers to control, to calm down the dragon forest, so they moves the whole castle to one part. But then after that dies. So, but Damon, because he wants to restore the land, because he goes off the distance, a little bit off the distance from the castle is where it originally was, and he wants to return it back to its original land. And he's been asking the people from around who've been scattered around, like one part in the desert. There's some people that live in the desert, and one people that was in the snow from the beginning. Until he convinces them because he shows that he has summoned Vecrum. Because it shows that how he's able to summon Vecrum because he was calling to him, and he said because he wants to do what he wants to do. And like with Vecrum has this thing with ideals, and with Reshiram deals with the truth. So he plans to use Victini's powers to move the castle back to its original place was. So, and when they were sleeping, Victini follows. Yeah. Well, Victini gets captured by the pillars of protection because Damon has a power with his other psychic Pokemon moves the pillars of protection to trap Victini. You start sucking its power to start moving all the psychic Pokemon as well to move the castle up to move forward. And then Ash knows what's going on. Whoa. They has to help with Victini, but Damon is stopping them from helping Victini, and Ash doesn't know this is wrong, tries to help him out, but because Damon uses his Pokemon, uses his psychic powers, definitely to freeze them, but one part, and where Vikram comes in and tries to stop him. But one thing to another that Ash wakes up with all the others in the storeroom, and he gets with Victini. He gets like a flashback with them when the king was dying. The king's dying breath, saying that to Victini that the castle should never be moved. If it is, then the Dragon Force will be unleashed and the whole world will be destroyed. So the castle should never be moved. So of course, Damon does not know all this stuff, So of course he moved the castle, and then as he was moving the castle, the Dragon Force goes out of control, starts going everywhere. So Ash and all the others, they start to take the passage to where they got through before, but Reshiram's calling to him, so he follows all the passage leading to him, and it gets from the where a shape was like a white sphere, and Reshiram takes Ash in to help wants to help Victini out, and then Reshiram Vikram starts fighting, and then one thing leads to another is that Damon sees that the Dragon Force is out of control. They need to destroy the pillars of protection to help Victini. And they manage to get Victini out, but he still can't get past the barriers. And as the castle keeps on going up into space, and Ash is getting alive because the air is getting thinner, almost a passing out. because of thin air. Um, but as they're trapped within the pillars of protection, um, Victini finally unleashes his full unable it unleashes his full power and helps like revive Ash, because I think he pretty much died due to the lack of air though, but restores him, and then it fires all. Well, eventually fires all the remaining Dragon Force that was in that place. Fires it all directly up into space, and as they manage to set the castle back down, and the Dragon Force is now being contained once again. And it's near the ocean because Ash wanted to take the Victini where the ocean is. And Damon says, "No, I'm sorry for everything," and they suspect that Victini is gone, but he comes back because he wants to eat more of those things that Silent made. And the barrier is no more, so he's feel free to roam around wherever he wants to. And after that, then credits go as Ash is continuing on this journey. Now, like I said, that's the it's the same story, but they changed some stuff because you can watch it black and white. It's like what Ash, with Ash and Damon, right? And this one, Damon is able to summon Vikram, and Ash is able to summon Reshiram. But if you watch this one, it's the opposite. So if the film opens up with Damon not in the Iceland, the snow, whatever, but in the desert, where he summons Reshiram to stop this tornado where the other people of the Vale are, and then Vikram is calling to Ash and able to summon him. So just changes to that, and some of the dialogue too, as during the battle, where Ash is trying to free Victini, where Damon says, in this one, it talks about, something where with ideals, because, with Vikram, it's, ideals, and Reshiram, it's, truth. Well, this one right here is, oh, someone with ideals, there needs to be sacrifice. And Ash says, I don't need no ideals. But in this one, it's the opposite, with a set of ideals, it's truth. Like what Damon says, I know with there's truth, there's sacrifice, and Ash says, I don't need no truth, It's like that though. So, yeah, the only changes is they switch these two around, and some dialogue and stuff like that. But to me, well, of course, it's interesting because I would say it's for a different version of a film, to switch the two legendary Pokemon around for opposite sides, But to me, I think I would rather prefer this one because with Reshiram to be with Ash to be able to summon Reshiram. So if I were to pick, I would pick this one, Black, because I prefer between the two legendary Pokemon, I prefer Reshiram more, just me. And of course, I think I have in some videos I've done in the past, so I wore a shirt that has Reshiram on it. So guess I just prefer Reshiram more than Vikram, I guess. So yeah, that's the two sides for each different version, So yeah, it's choose the power of ideals or the courage of truth. So the truth is for Reshiram and the ideals for Vikram. So. But yes, I'm just gonna call this Pokemon Black and White movie because if I would just the two titles would be too long. Well, actually no. I'll just prefer to calling it this one because I mostly talk about this one. I'm just explaining it's a flip effect with this one. So I'm just gonna choose one. I'll just choose the one I prefer better. Is this one right here, Pokemon Black, Victini and Reshiram. Just not to be confusing because it would be such a long title if I just put both titles there because I'll just pick out one. So, but it is referring to both films because it's this film and this one is it's just a complete flip effect with the two legendary Pokemon. So, but I do like this one though. It's just basically the same story, which is the flip effect of the legendary Pokemon basically. But I still like it though. Best I would say it's not one of my favorites though, but I do like the legendary Pokemon. I prefer Reshiram more than Bekrum to me though, but and plus and it's like I liked also really enough it since it's also the two different versions like during the end credits they had like two different songs playing like in this one there was like a female singer singing and then this one there was like a male singer singing and also like the guy who plays the character Damon has like black and white half black hair and half white hair because black it's black and white so I guess you had to add that in there. And both the films are basically the same running time because it's the same film except just a change with the legendary Pokemon. So this is my review for Pokemon the movie Black and White. I'll just put though, but the title will be is this one because it's resembling both movies because both titles will be just too long. So I'll just put this one. But it is resemblance to, not to be confusing, it is resembling both of the movies because it's the same movie except with these two are just switched around. But it's still a good one to worth watch about. And if you like, and it doesn't really matter if you, man, I prefer watching this one because I like, products like, Reshiram is more on Ash's side, and, but if you like either side, that's fine, and it doesn't really matter. No features. Well, if you go to the main menu, it just shows a trailer and that's it, though. But Pokemon the Black and White movie, Reshiram or Vecrum, it's still another good one. So that's my review for this one. And once again, I can't read from this far. So. This movie, so I was moving on to the next entry in the Black and White the Unova region film. So hope you like this one. Not much to say about it. Like I said, it's a short one, but otherwise I'm just explaining it's basically the same movie except with the flip effect of the legendary Pokemon. So hope you like this one. Pokemon the movie Black or White, which one you prefer? Victini and Reshiram or Bekrum. Thanks for watching and stay tuned on the next movie review of the Pokemon franchise and just almost getting there. Later.